What's going on, everybody? Mr. Lad over here. Before we get started with the video, I just want to go ahead and say thank you to all my subscribers, all of those who follow the channel, and all those who have input in the channel. I love you all tremendously, and if every one of you who's watching this video can do me a quick favor, go ahead and press that like button. That way YouTube pumps out these videos, pumps it out so all YouTube can see. The algorithm needs to get bumped up somehow, so we're trying this out. But guys, thank you so much here. Hope you enjoyed the video. So I see some clouds coming in over here, so I'm hoping we do not get stopped in the middle of the video. But I've been on this journey. I've been throughout the process of these Walmart products, Walmart soaps and everything. You probably already saw the product in my hand. Plus, you already seen the title of the video, so you know what I'm talking about. But we've been on this journey, and it's about, if you were to walk into Walmart, what soap is going to do the best job? What's going to be the best for you? And you know, we've talked about Meguiar's Gold Class, OxyClean, Armor All, and Mother's Wash and Wax. And we talked about these typical Walmart brand products, the typical over-the-counter products. But in the last year, a company has really made a presence in Walmart, kind of changing up the game, sort of. It's making more higher quality, high-end detailing products accessible for the person who doesn't know about high-end detailing products, doesn't know about these different companies out there who all they know is the typical Turtle Wax, Meguiar's, and Armor All, and Mother's a little bit too. And so, as you know, Chemical Guys has recently, within the past year or so, gotten into Walmart and has really made a bit of a presence. They've got a couple soaps in there. They've got their waterless wash, synthetic detailers. They've got a couple of their tire shines. And so they're now considered an over-the-counter retail product, technically, because you can buy it over-the-counter at retail stores. But don't let that fool you. That doesn't mean that these products are horrible. And so I've talked about those other soaps, but let's go ahead and let's speak realistically here. If we're going to go to Walmart, what is the best soap overall? It's going to most likely be a Chemical Guys soap. And I'm not just saying that because, well, it's the most expensive. I'm saying it because Chemical Guys has had a presence in the detailing community of having good foam soaps. And so we're going to go over today the citrus wash and gloss. We're going to go ahead and do as we normally do. 500 milliliters in the foam cannon. As you know, I've got 3 gallons of water like I always do with the grit guard at the bottom. And so we'll just try 1 ounce in there and see how it goes. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and write down in the comment section below what you think is gonna happen. What do you think about this soap? Is it a flop, or is it a, I don't know what rhymes with flop here, or is it good? Is it gonna work out? So guys, let's check it out. All right, everybody, so it seems like the weather might hold off. I've got some crazy clouds right in front of me, but yet not in back of me. So typical South Florida, it's what you expect. But let's go ahead and we're gonna get into the product. Now, before I say anything about reading, anything about dilution ratios, information on the product, there was something very interesting about this. And this product has probably sat in my car for probably well over a week. I haven't taken it out, so it's been in the bacon car. And I noticed that the product inside began to separate. So there are different chemicals, products, there are different attributes inside of this in which separation can occur. So be careful about how you store it when you get a product like this. Yeah, be careful how you store it because you don't know if it's gonna mess anything up. We're dealing with chemicals here, so you always have to be careful. As a mobile detailer, that might be an issue, but so just keep that in mind. I think it's just the gloss enhancers though, because this product just mentioned something about gloss enhancers. So I'm not gonna go ahead and read the whole bio about the product. Here's simply what it is. It's a citrus-scented, citrus-based car soap that, from what it says, the citrus-based cleaners and chemicals inside of it allow for an extra brilliant shine for any colored vehicle. It doesn't say anything about waxes, although there's gloss enhancers. So you can take that how it is. There's probably some type of polymers inside it that enhance the gloss, or it's a higher pH soap in which it would cause a higher cleaning ability, and you will notice the surface of the vehicle has a deeper clean, sort of like what we talk about these Carnauba soaps. The Carnauba doesn't really protect the vehicle, it more just acts as a better cleaner. So kind of take it how it is. Chemical Guys isn't going to be very transparent because they don't want you to think you're using high pH soaps. That being said, I've got my foam cannon. As you know, with 500 milliliters of water, I'm gonna go ahead and be daring, guys. I'm gonna be daring. I've been doing 2 ounces of soap. I've been doing 3 ounces of soap for these tests. I'm gonna do 2 ounces of soap, guys. I'm gonna be a rebel. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm only going 2. Okay, so let's open her up. And I've got a weird, awkward seal. That's awkward. And just put that in there. I'll throw that out later. But as I said, it has like almost like a lemony lime. If my tripod falls because this rain, because this wind, I'm gonna laugh. It almost has like a lemon lime scent. Just got on my nose too. It's almost like when you were as a kid and you'd open up those popsicles, the green popsicle or the yellow popsicle that had the lemon smell taste to it. Yeah, pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna do 2 ounces of soap. Now, this soap is definitely thicker than all of the other soaps I've used. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in over my bucket because I calculated this in. We're at 56 cents an ounce here because we're like at $9 for a pint. And at 56 cents times 16, we're looking at somewhere around $9 before tax. So, but we're gonna go ahead and put in 2 ounces of soap inside this crazy wind. Got that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just do 1 ounce in the bucket. Yeah, I told you guys I'm being a rebel here. I'm really putting chemical guys up to their own test. There you go. It's about 1 ounce. And I've successfully used 3 ounces. 16 divided by, what is it, 3 goes in the 16 how many times? I don't know, but that's a lot of soap being used. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the pressure washer. Let's check out the sudsing action in the bucket. Now, I'm expecting the soap to do very well, only because you see in all the chemical guys videos that's what they do. They do 2 squirts, about 1 or 2 ounces for 5 gallons. And hey, the suds are pretty nice. They're fun to mess with, that's for sure. They're fun to play with. On a lubricity scale, you know, I'd say it's pretty comparative. 1 ounce is comparative to 3 ounces of the Meguiar's Gold class. So that's good. It's definitely, there's more lubricity inside of it, but I still wouldn't say that it's good enough. I would want to put an extra ounce in there, and that it would ensure a safe clean. But yeah, that's just my thoughts right there. I definitely want to use an extra ounce, and I will go ahead and do an extra ounce for the deal. Let's give it a try with the foam cannon. All right, guys. So we've got Lucy over here. Got the panel. I've got 500 milliliters of water. I've got over $1.20 worth of product in here. That stuff's expensive, yo. Definitely buy the gallons if you do end up getting it. But let's go and let's give it a try. Let's see how it foams up in the foam cannon. Well, good God Almighty. So, you guys, if you've been following my channel very long, you know what specs I have, what attributes I have in the foam cannon. It's a standard Amazon foam cannon, and I've got a 1.1 millimeter orifice in it. And yeah, so you know, I've enhanced it, although it is a basic foam cannon. Now, if you've seen my videos before, I talked about the Chemical Guys Honeydew Snow Foam, and I'm gonna say this product foams better than the Honeydew Snow Foam. It seems it's good lather. There's good lubricity in it. I'm actually liking it as a foam soap. You know, it seems to sit okay. It reminds me of the Meguiar's Gold class. Speaking of the Walmart series, that is. It reminds me of the Walmart Gold class and just kind of how it falls off. And it's not really leaving a film behind. It's just kind of falling off in suds Let's turn off that pressure washer, but it's just kind of falling off in clumps, so it's not like you're getting much of a film left behind. So, you know, the thing you have to keep in consideration about these foam soaps, and you have to really ask yourself, what do you like? What's your preference? Do you want there to be a little film left behind so you can go ahead and rinse it off, and so there's still soap on there? And you can make sure it's clinging as long as possible. Or do you like something like this, where this, I wouldn't really use it as a pre-rinse. As of right now, I would probably more along the lines of using it as a foam can in it and just leave the soap on the car and use that lubricity to be able to wash it off. So something you have to think about, but I'm gonna let it sit for a couple minutes. I'm gonna emulsify it, we'll do the rinse off process, and we'll move forward with the review. Be right back, guys. Okay guys, so it's been a couple minutes. As we see, this is about the amount of soap that is left behind after about 2 minutes of letting it sit and dwell on the vehicle. There's a decent amount left. I'm gonna take in to see, is there any streaking? How does it look? How does all this stuff actually look? Now I usually go to these areas to see if any streaking is there, and as of now, I don't see any streaking. I'm trying to see, look at the, there's a little bit. I have a little bit of streaking, like right back here. You can definitely see some streaks in it. Although most of the times that usually comes off. But you know, that leads me to think that this is probably a higher pH soap. Usually these high pH soaps or these cheap soaps are gonna do that. Now this is definitely not cheap and it's decent quality, but you know, it's probably a higher pH. So yes, you do have a bit of streaking. Not too much, but there is some streaking. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it off real quick. So I forgot to mention in my ending remarks of the video, but the rinse off process is actually not too bad. And I've noticed that with most Chemical Guys soaps, that they are fairly easy to rinse off. I don't know, I kind of like Chemical Guys soaps in general, but this one in particular, I've noticed it had a pretty decent rinse off. So I forgot to mention it in the end of the video when I leave my remarks. I was just kind of stressed out because of the weather and the wind, so I was just trying to get out as quick as possible, but wanted to go ahead and make a mention of that right now. As you can see, it's falling off fairly easy, and it's even taken some dirt off of the wheels. That's why I'm kind of going over the wheels and tires right now. Overall, it did pretty decent in the rinse off area. And so at this point of the detail, as always, after you foam it down, you go ahead and do the contact wash. Now, I usually just go ahead and do the contact wash with the foam from the foam cannon still on the vehicle, but for the YouTube review's sake, I'm going ahead and I'm separating those steps. And so I'm noticing that the soap is staying on the vehicle, and it's not just falling off. It's not just evaporating, if that's the right word, but it's not just falling off, or it's not just drying up on me. It's actually staying on pretty well. Of course, you've seen me talk about the Harbor Freight $2.50 mitts. I love those mitts to death, but they don't do well with showing suds. They kind of just pick up and clean, and so I decided to use my Platinum Series synthetic mitt here. It tends to do well with contact washes, but I'm noticing the soap is staying on fairly well, which is of course good. I'm confident that it will stay on for any detail. Okay guys, there's a twister. I'm just kidding, there's no twister, but the wind is kicking in. It's probably about to pour any second, so I'm gonna take in real quick and check this out. I'm gonna say the finish looks good. You know, does it look like a freshly waxed car? No, it doesn't look like a freshly waxed car, but it looks clean, it looks good. I'd say that the gloss enhancers it's probably just a higher pH cleaner that allows it to have a deeper clean. So definitely you want to follow up with some type of spray wax or some type of protection after this. Do I have any proof for it saying that it's not that it's pH high, or that's not pH neutral? You know, the bottle doesn't say anything about it not being pH neutral. It doesn't mention anything about doesn't strip wax or anything. It doesn't say anything about that, so I'm guessing they're just being honest by not saying anything. Just, good Lord, I'm gonna move. I guess they're just kind of trying to be honest, but without saying too much to make them sound bad. I don't know if you guys have a pH tester, test it out. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be higher up there. But you know what? The product seems to work well, seems to be okay. I'll be honest, my biggest downfall of the product is the fact that for a pint of it at Walmart, you are dropping 56 cents. So let's say you do 2 ounces in a foam cannon, and instead of rinsing off the car after foaming it down, you just go ahead and use that, and then you have 1 ounce in the bucket. I mean, you're looking at close to $1.80 just on soap. That's crazy. That is insane. So as far as economical, it's nowhere close to economical. Looking to get in the gallon if you really like it, but if you just want to try it and go by your local Walmart, that's something that would make sense. You know, it's easy to get a hold of. It's readily available. That's why I'm kind of doing these tests. What soaps are good and readily available? So as far as the economy or economic aspect, or the how much it costs, worst soap out of all the soaps. But as far as performance and all that, it's up there, of course. I mean, of course, it tears apart Armor All. It's destroying mothers. You know, so really my question is, do I take it over OxyClean, or do I take it over Meguiar's Gold Class? Because it performs well. It just streaks a bit. And so that's my issue with it. And so some quick final thoughts. It's expensive, but it works well. So if you do use it, go ahead and make sure you're in a shaded area. Make sure you're working quick. Make sure you're not just putting it on the car and beating around the bush and just taking your time. You got stains. Now, it's easy to remove the stains. Just rewash it and reactivate it, yes. But, you know, let's not do more harm than good over here. And so my final thoughts, I say it's definitely a thumbs up product, but thumbs up is still, you know, with all these different soaps that I'm using that are thumbs up. It's good. It's not my favorite soap. What I'd like to do is see it head to head with Honeydew Snow Foam, or some of their other soaps that work very well. I do like the Honeydew Snow Foam. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. And so I'm going to check to see how does it compare to Honeydew Snow Foam. I may not do a whole video on it, but I'll go ahead and, you know, test it out myself and let you guys know my thoughts, and then we can maybe do another review on a product later. Well guys, thank you so much for tuning into the Mr. Ladd channel. I do want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to all those who show love and support to the channel. If you have not already, we're at the end, but if you have not already, slam, smash, destroy, myrtleize. What movie did I see that word from? Myrtleize. Whatever. Destroy that like button, guys. I would love for the algorithm in YouTube to pick these videos up and to push them out so more people can get a hold of them. I enjoyed that foaming. That was fun. We're going to have more foam videos in the future, but this one was definitely fun, and I really did enjoy it. Please like, share, and subscribe for more great content if you have not already. Guys, thank you so much. Mr. Ladd over here, signing out. Apparently there's another storm coming to Florida that's passing over the Bahamas. So guys, keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. And thank you all. Take care.